Hello, everybody. Welcome to Spitfire Poetry Shutdown. I am your host, John Hansboro. Hope everyone is having a wonderful evening tonight, Wednesday, October 27th, 2021. You're still here, guys. We made it. You're still here. Um, wow. I'm going over a lot tonight. I am the host and the feature. I am the host and the feature tonight. You're probably asking yourself, how can you be the host and the feature of your own show? Well, when you are with one of the most awesome producers out there, shout out to Lady J. This is being brought to you by Lady J Media with our Baltimore online radio. Shout out to her and her wonderful son, Eric. They do such a great job. And I have freedom to do what I want on my show. She trusts me to do the right thing. So I am the host and the feature tonight. So, with that being said, I got a lot that I'm going to go over. It's a lot of wonderful things coming up, coming into the 2022 year. Um, Man, okay, so first let me start with my brother Desmond Guy and his lovely wife. You want to check out their book, Dear Black Men? I will have them on my Unusual Favor show, me and my wife's Unusual Favor show next week on the 3rd, November the 3rd. We'll have them on. They're doing a lot of wonderful things. Like I said, they have a book. They have a lot of different apparel and things that they have and sell. Um, excuse me. Desmond has a open mic that he does. I think it's every third Monday. I'm not sure if I'm not saying that right, but you definitely want to come check him out. It's a wonderful vibe. Every time I go, I've been to every last one of them. Every time I go, I leave different than when I showed up. All right. Um, so you want to stay tuned next week because I'll have him and his wonderful wife on the show. All right. Um, Also, you can get my book, Unusual Favor. Excuse me. Unusual Favor on Amazon right now. It's on Amazon. You can also contact me. You can email me at John Hansborough, the number 13 at gmail.com. You can hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. On all of those social media sites, I'm under John Hansborough. And I also have an Unusual Favor and a Spitfire Poetry page. All right. So you can get Unusual Favor on Amazon right now. Shout out to the wonderful editor that I have, Angela Edwards at Pearly Gates Publishing. I'm happy to say that part two I will be releasing in 2022, early 2022, January. Um, I can't even believe that I've written it, honestly. Every time I read the first one, I just thank God for the gifts and abilities that He gives everybody, including myself. So, Spitfire Poetry Shutdown Volume 1 is also on Amazon. This is in the paperback form on Amazon. Spitfire Poetry Volume 1 and 2 are both on Amazon. They're only in the paperback form. All right. Unusual Favor is in paperback form, and you can also get it, what do they call it? An ebook. I have the ebook version on there as well. I believe it's $5 for the ebook version for Unusual Favor. Okay. The t-shirts, Unusual Favor, Spitfire Poetry. Shout out to my brother, Dio the Juice. You want to follow him on Facebook and Instagram. He does a lot of different t-shirt designs, and he can print on just about anything. Just picked up an order from my brother Theo a few days ago. So I have t-shirts from small up to 5X. Small all the way up to 5X for ladies, men, children, doesn't matter. I got sizes for everybody. Unusual Favor and Spitfire Poetry Shutdown t-shirts. They are going for $25. I want to thank everybody for y'all love and support, for what how you support me and push and encourage me. Um, What else I want to say before I get started? Oh, also, shout out to Mr. Jeff and Mrs. Barbara. I met a wonderful older couple last night. My wife and I did. We were at dinner for my mother-in-law. Happy birthday to my mother-in-law, Thelma Ruth Vaughn. We were at a birthday dinner for her, and I met a couple, a wonderful couple that was talking to me and my wife. They bought a book from us. It has some good words of wisdom. I love talking to older people, especially people who've been married for a long, long time. They got a lot of wisdom because that shit is not easy. All right. So what else? Well, let's start with some poetry first because I am the feature of my own show tonight. So we're gonna start with my I have a poet's prayer that I like to call poet's prayer. Shut up. I got my daughter's cats in here getting on my nerves. My dogs are snoring. You may even hear them snoring. It's live. But anyway, all right. Like I said, Spitfire Poetry Volume 1 available on Amazon. I like to start off with a poet's prayer. Let us pray. It's the Spitfire poet with unusual favor. Grab your neighbor's hand as we bow down in prayer. Father, forgive us for what we do. Our goal in life is to be just like you. We fall short so many times, and you're there with open arms, no matter the crime. So much going on I don't understand. I keep reminding myself of your divine plan. An abundance of hatred expressed in the world, a couple of events lined up with the word. Division, disease, so many things we don't need. The attitude of our leaders is it's all about me. Please cover us all. Keep us safe when surrounded by so much harm. Heal the hearts that have turned cold so we can move forward and not be stuck in a season. In Jesus' name we pray and thank you for every reason. That is a poet's prayer. So some of my favorite poems I'm going to start off with first, and then I want to read some stuff to you. Shout out to my sister, Tiffany Albin. Gave me a wonderful African-American poetry book. I believe she gave me this for my birthday, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to be reading some of my favorite poets, a lot of them who inspire me, and a lot of them who I think are just awesome, you know. So I'm gonna go into some of the first poems that I've ever written. One is called "They Say All That Shouting Isn't Necessary," and then we're gonna go right into "Forgive the Saints." I'm gonna merge both of those two together. That's about, I guess, maybe a little less than 5 minutes, right? Thank everybody for purchasing my books. I really appreciate you. They say all that shouting isn't necessary. But what have they been through that's colder than that month of February? I'm talking about news that'll make your body ache. And it's out of your control, so you feel you gotta participate. It was all good just a week ago. Now I'm in the doctor's office and they planning my treatment though. My work has come to a halt, but my bills, they longer than a tree stump. I stand in line for aid and assistance. All the while, I feel I'm losing my existence. The lady behind that desk look at me as a stereotype, not realizing 96 hours prior, I ran a work site. I feel like my back's against the wall, so I pick up the phone, but who do I call? I was stripped of everything with nothing to spare as I laid on a cold, hard table and stared in the air. God, is this it? Will I see my wife and kids again? If I die and my babies cry, who will make them grin again? My life was saved, though it was full of sin. My doctor said, take a few of these and your pain to come to an end. But no, I must keep going. It's no time to break. But my back is against the wall. And the devil don't hesitate. When he came to me to convince me of my fate, I refused to be a victim and told him, clown, you're too late. When I realized who brought me through it all, my vision, it became clear as he showed me a picture of it all. He said, son, didn't I tell you I would never let you fall? It was then I decided to serve him in the midst of it all. So if you see me go crazy or start to bang on a wall, it's my way of praising him because he brought me through it all. So I forgive the saints because I could care less for title or rank. That devil who deceives, he's nothing but evil. When you're full of the spirit, nothing comes near it. Jeremiah moaned, it's like fire in my bones when the pastor reaches a certain tone, zeroes in on the problems you own. You cried and you wept it. You came to accept it, endure the night because that joy is unexpected. And change your heart. That's the start of something you took part. It's not fashion or art. Come into the art and save your soul and walk streets of gold. It's about eternal life, not thousands of lights. Tell me, what went wrong as we sing our song on benches with palms? And my favorite Psalms is 30, of course. I cried out, oh Lord, and you swung a sword. Now I'm beginning to see how you live in the tightest of places. It's all so amazing. Chasing after you and I'm blue. They said it was you that made it all true. So what's there to do except keep praising you? I mean, you are the reason I'm walking and breathing. Hey, it's forgive the saints. Forgive the saints, and all that shouting isn't necessary. It's probably two of my top five that I love, that I of my own favorites. That's at least two of them. A lot of the poetry that I have in both of these books, I wrote right here down in my house, downstairs in my basement of my house. Actually, I was in my laundry room at the time, and I wrote 3 books. I wrote both of these Spitfire books, and I wrote Unusual Favor in my laundry room. Wow. I went through some things in my relationship and in my life that were life-changing. Let's just put it that way, you know. And writing is my way of dealing with any type of stress or depression, or even when I'm happy. It doesn't matter the emotion that I'm feeling. I can write. You know, I love to put stuff on paper, even when I have no idea what I'm writing. I just grab a pen and just start doodling until words come, until words start forming. But yeah, it saved me. Writing, I believe, saved me. It kept me from doing things that I probably would have regretted doing later in life. So, you know, I'm very thankful. I thank God every day for the gifts to be able to put things on paper and to be able to put words together that could change somebody's day. You know, I don't take that lightly at all. So, time is, let me keep my time. So, I'm going to read some more of my stuff before I go into this African American poetry. This is 250 years. 250 years of struggle and song. This is by Kevin Young, the editor, Library of American Anthology. I love this book. This is a very good book. You want to check that out. African American Poetry, 250 Years of Struggle and Song. All right. So we're going to stick with Spitfire Poetry Volume 1. And I am going to, let's see, which one should I do? How about them Ravens? I'm so upset right now about my boys losing. But that's all right. We still good. 5-2 is not bad. Make it. We can still do big things. All right, let's do this. I haven't read this in a while. This is called Control Alt Delete. Control Alt Delete. If you're as old as me, you remember doing that on a computer. I don't know if the kids now have to do that, but I remember doing a bunch of Control Alt Deletes back in God, I want to age myself in the 90s. Late 90s, early 2000s. So this is called Control Alt Delete. Control Alt Delete knocks you off your feet. Today socially is more than a cup of tea. Today is much faster than yesterday. Doesn't matter. Everything comes quick like Superhead, man. No shit. We had encyclopedias, had to read books for research, hip hop from Cool Herc. Every tape that was loaded with the best in old school rap. Like Return of the Boom Bap Carol, one with the knowledge. You dreamed of going to college after a different world. They tried to make Bill's legacy burn. I believe if they can't control you, they alter your folder, then delete you, soldier. They want to control all our people and have them dumbed down, don't be equal. They keep you distracted with nonsense to keep you on the fence, then back to work again. Don't believe everything you hear, but don't turn a blind eye to what's happening today. Think outside the box. Don't stay tuned to Fox. Spend time with your children instead of media cruising. Can't control your children, but you can use a remote control. Know all the shows, and it really shows when your child knows all of the characters in Housewives, but can't count past 9. And you think it's cute, put you on mute while I speak the truth to the young Black youth. Save your money. Being broke ain't funny. Manage your money. Don't spend it all, dummy. Think of the children. Your children raise children with generations of wealth. It won't happen by itself. Sacrifice, put the work in. The words I have spoken don't come from a token. I have no uncles named Tom. I was taught to stand strong. I do this shit all night long. They want Black men in thongs. You're a troublemaker if you're strong. And speak your mind all the time. Keep them tokens. They drop dimes. Controlling your mind, altering your time, then delete you. It's mine. So don't be controlled. Control Alt Delete. Don't walk around sleep. Control Alt Delete. Control Alt Delete. I was feeling a bunch of different stuff when I wrote that. One thing I love about poetry and spoken word is the feeling that I get when I hear it, when I recite it, when I'm around people that are like-minded and and are interested in the same craft that I'm in. It's a wonderful feeling. I'm telling you, it really is. It really is. I want to read another one. This is called A New Day. This is a poem that I wrote to inspire myself. This is 2021, so I wrote this in like 2017. A new day. A new day. I'm sorry, that's my dog rolling around. A new day. It's a new day. I've seen many things, but none just the same. A new day brings change when you think of it, but none just the same. It's a new day, I hear, but don't shed a tear. It's a new day. That fear went away. What you don't do today is for a new day. A new way of thinking instead of your mind thinking of thoughts of yesterday, because tomorrow's a new day. Fresh opportunities, depression let loose at me. I'm not for the scrutiny. A new day, I do believe, is a chance to make it right. When a bird takes flight and spreads its wings, a new day brings beautiful springs, sunlight that beams and heats up your skin. A new day brings things unseen and put in perspective. This is not just a message. Somebody might end it. Being suspended in space, they gave up their race. A new day, a new space to go and create another way. A new day can bring so much change. Don't give up today, for tomorrow's a new day. What a difference it makes. A new day's no mistake. New day. Just hold on to tomorrow and then to tomorrow. So the days that follow, joy is what you swallow with the side effect of laughter. What you mad for doesn't matter. A new day comes after any type of disaster. What you're going through will mold you. It's a new day. It's over. In peace. A new day. A new day. A new day. I often read that to myself. Probably twice a month, I guess. Well, I want to read this one too because a lot of us deal with depression and anxiety and all different types of stuff, whether you want to admit it or not. It is what it is. And the way I look at it is you have to find ways to deal with whatever you're dealing with. You have to find ways to be able to deal with what you're dealing with, if that makes any sense to you. You know, you gotta find ways. Take that time to yourself. You know, be good to yourself. Take that time to yourself. Spend time with yourself alone every now and then. Just sit, nothing on. You know? Get in your own thoughts and shit like that, and just it's I love to listen to like meditation. I love the Chinese flutes and things of that nature. I'll sit and listen to that and just zone out for about 20 minutes. And I'm refreshed. I'm back. I'm ready to go at it again. I'm ready for my children to ask me 55 questions. I'm ready for the, you know, whatever. You know, shout out to my babies, Jalon and Jocelyn. Love you, girls. All right, this is called anxiety. My head is spinning. I can't see clearly. I feel weary. Why am I teary? My breathing is elevated. It feels perpetuated. Regardless, I gotta make it. I can't fake it. It's like I'm devastated. My kids are watching. Could they be future plotting? I told them you have options and life's no Mary Poppins. You may fall, but just keep rising until you see the horizon. Remember you're breathing. Just keep on believing that this is your season. You'll reap what you're seeding. Start counting. I mean it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look to the floor. It's not spinning anymore. It's just about over. Then what's this again? Sweat drips from my chin. It's happening again. Focus on something. Dive into consumption. Ain't it always something to think all that fussing? Were you saying something? You can't push my buttons because you're up to something. Why you always fronting? Why panic? It's nothing. Don't let this defy you. You're a king. It's inside you. Just remember you're breathing and keep on believing that this is your season to reap what you're seeding. Breathe. Just breathe. A lot of people just need to sit the hell down sometimes and take a deep breath. I don't know if it's the last, 18 months or whatever that we just had or what, but it's like I see a lot of I say, hey bro, I see a lot of shout out to my brother Victor Hansboro, one of my biggest supporters and definitely one of my biggest supporters and what's the word I'm looking for? God, I got so much going on right now. One of my biggest supporters, period. He really is. I can go to him for just about anything. I need something right there for me. All right. One of my biggest supporters and sponsors. That's the word I'm looking for. So shout out to my bro. I'm gonna read another one called. And this is all out of Spitfire Poetry Volume 1. All right. So I'm gonna stop in a few minutes before I get into the American poetry. So you know what? I wanna read another one before I get into that. So I'm gonna mess around and just keep going and run out of time. So in this lovely city that we live in that I love so dearly, we have so much going on with crime and children to shooting each other, man. You know what I mean? I mean, we always had shootings going on in this city. It's not no secret, but it's just, I don't know. It seems like it's every year, it just gets worse and worse to me. We are so immune to it. I was in the area a few months back, and some gunshots rang out not far from where we were all at. It's like nobody even moved. No, as long as a shooter is not right in front of you or in your vicinity, everybody just kept talking like it was nothing. It's crazy. So, unfortunately, I have a few close people to me who have suffered losses with children in their life. A lot, friends I grew up with, family members, a lot of people have lost children. Anyone that's lost a child out there, my heart goes out to you. But I was so sick of the shooting and things that were going on at the time. I wrote a poem that's called "Hey Little Black Boy." Now, before I even go into that, this was inspired by two things. Shout out to my sister, author, poet of Shakespeare. You want to get her book DNA. It's on Amazon, and look out for her part 2 of DNA. But I was doing open mics in 2018 and 19 at Glory Days. Shout out to everybody over there at Glory Days in Towson. Wonderful people. We were doing open mics there every month. And one night, Arthur Poe of Shakespeare came through and she did a bunch of poems, but one of them she did was called Hey Little Black Girl. And it blew me away. I was like, dang. I was glad that my children were there to hear it. I have 2 daughters. They were there to hear it. I actually took them with me to her book signing so they could see someone that looks like them accomplish writing a book and following that dream and playing it out to the best of their ability, and that's what she does. Shout out to her. But I love that poem she did. It's called Hey Little Black Girl. So with that being said, she inspired me to write one called Hey Little Black Boy. With that and also with all the shooting that was going on. So this is called Hey Little Black Boy. Be sure to check me out November 3rd. Next week, we have Desmond Guy and his wonderful wife on a Youth of Faith show. Hey, little black boy. All right. Hey, little black boy, let me holler at you for a minute. Because I was once in your place, so you should respect what I say. Some of the things I'm about to tell you just may change your life in a world where not much is right. Little black boy, you're going to see and experience all sorts of things, but don't let your mind be locked in them chains. You'll start to come across bits and pieces of racism, but your school system will claim they're trying to relate to what you face every day. Little black boy, watch where you play and mind what you say. I know in school they tell you we all are equal, but there's fine print at the bottom of that statement. Little black boy, at 12 years old, you could be gunned down for being in the wrong part of town. Little black boy, as you go into your teenage years, that's when shit starts to get real. Keep yourself active. Don't hang with them bastards. Learn a trade, anything with your hands. Just keep up your grades. Little black boy, be respectful and listen to your elders. They can teach you some things, but you know everything, right? Don't be stupid, little black boy. They were here before you. You could learn from their stories. Little black boy, know you must work twice as hard when compete for that job. Don't dress like a slob. Keep yourself clean. It doesn't have to be expensive. It's still going to look mean. Little black boy, the man make the clothes. Don't listen to them hoes. Little black boy, stay off them blocks. You may think it's slick till you in jail taking dick and washing outfits. Little black boy, that life ain't for you. Don't be a fool. You might bend the rules, but always be true to who you are. A soldier in battle. The horn sounds every day, little black boy. Keep God in your life and pray every day. Little black boy. Yeah, I wrote that. Like I said, so many people that I know have been shot, young guys. You know, one night I just was going through it, and I was just like, damn, like I'm so sick of it. And I just put that down. So anyway, let's get into this African American poetry. 250 years of struggle and song. I'm telling y'all, there's some good stuff in here. Some good stuff in here. I like to read different people's stuff just to see where people mind, a lot of times us as poets, when we write stuff, it's what we're feeling or what we're dreaming or what we see. A dream that you had or a future dream that you want to achieve, all different types of of, things. All right, so this is from, this one is from Gwendolyn B. Bennett. Look her up, Gwendolyn B. Bennett. Gwendolyn B. Bennett. This is called Heritage. I do not own the rights to any of this stuff that I'm reading from this point on. All right. I want to see the slim palm trees pulling at the clouds with little pointed fingers. I want to see little Negro girls etched dark against the sky while sunset lingers. I want to hear the silent sands singing to the moon before the Sphinx still face. I want to hear the chanting around a heathen fire of a strange black race. I want to breathe the lotus flower, sighing to the stars with tendrils drinking at the Nile. I want to feel the surging of my sad people's soul, hidden by a minstrel smile. Gwendolyn Brooks, that's called Heritage. It's called Heritage. Honestly, okay, this one, I like this one too. I believe this is her still too. Yes, it is. Okay. Another one from Gwendolyn Brooks I want to read to y'all. This is called To a Dark Girl. To a Dark Girl by Gwendolyn Bennett. I'm sorry, I said Brooks. By Gwendolyn B. Bennett. To a Dark Girl. I love you for your brownness and the rounded darkness of your breast. I love you for the breaking sadness in your voice and shadows where your wayward eyelids rest. Something of old forgotten queens lurks in the lithe abandon of your walk, and something of the shackled slave sobs in the rhythm of your talk. Our little brown girl born for sorrows may keep all you have of queenliness, forgetting that you once were a slave, and let your full lips laugh at fate. To a Dark Girl. All right, Gwendolyn B. Bennett. Again, this is called Fantasy. Gwendolyn B. Bennett. These are all African-American poets that I'm reading to. This is called Fantasy. Look her up, Gwendolyn B. Bennett. I sailed in my dreams to the land of night, where you were the dusk-eyed queen. And there in the pallor of moon-veiled light, the loveliest things were seen. A slim-necked peacock sauntered there in a garden of lavender hues, and you were strange with your purple hair as you sat in your amnest chair, with your feet in your Hassanic shoes. Oh, the moon gave a bluish light through the trees in the land of dreams at night. I stood behind a bush of yellow green and whistled a song to the dark-haired queen. Fantasy. Gwendolyn B. Bennett. I love poetry. Poetry is a healer. It can do so much for people. Like I said, it helps me. It saved me, I believe. It really helped me to get through a lot in my life. And I cherish it. I love it. I really do. Okay, this is, wait a minute. Hold up. I love going to open mics as well. Let me see, this is the 27th. So 2022, I'll be going back to doing, I love doing this virtually, don't get me wrong, and I will continue to do what I'm doing virtually, but I'm also going to be doing some open mics next year. We got some wonderful things that are coming up for What Up Baltimore online radio. Some really good things are about to happen. We merging with a lot of wonderful, positive people. So Pretty soon, we'll be letting you guys know about a space that we're going to be doing a lot of different things in. You guys want to follow Charlene Lady J Jenkins, Dr. Lady J Jenkins, Lady Butterfly, Lady J. Follow all of her aliases so you can stay updated on everything that's going on with What Up Baltimore. She's doing some really, really good things in the community, giving a voice to so many people. It's absolutely incredible. And I am honored to be a part of it. Honored to be a part of it. Okay. Oh, and also, okay, so I think that was it. We're going to be, I'll be doing an open mic, Spitfire Poetry Shutdown, open mics. You don't have to be a poet. You can sing. You can, we're not doing any dancing, but you can sing. Or if you're a poet or something like that, spoken word, I would love to hear it. I think that in this time, like I said, things that's going on with all of the depression and things that are going on out here, we need something to uplift us. So this is a poet called Calvin Forbes. I was looking for another poem, but I can't find it. I take up too much time. But this is the one that I do like, Calvin Forbes. This is something that he wrote for his brother. It says, "For my brother George, 1933 to 1971. Though I look like you, I never knew you very well. You always confuse my slow shadow, and mock my fate. I wear your defeats, limp or strut, even like you. And I grow to fit your fears, the carnivorous marriage, and you swallowing a soft poison prescribed for healing only minor wounds. I inherit new and old scars, dimples and warts. I am the residue of your black waste and sin. Excuse me. I am what remains beyond hunger or repair. Your dead ringer, the worst lie to say goodbye. Where are you going? That I won't follow. My best is full of holes. Calvin Ford. That's something that he wrote to his brother that he lost. So yeah, African American poetry, 250 years of struggle and song. I often go into there and I haven't read it all. It's a pretty thick book, and I just got it a few months back. So I just open it up at any different page and just start reading some of it to see what I'm led to when I open it up, you know. I'm gonna do a quick poem that I love. It's called Quarantine. Thank God we're not in another quarantine. Sometimes I wonder if we're gonna go back to one with everything that's going on. But this is called Quarantine. This is something that I wrote when we were in quarantine, of course, right? Quarantine, trying my patience. That's a true understatement. That shit's running short like a fat ass nigga on a basketball court. My kids eating all the goddamn food. They saying depressing shit on the news. Got my mama worried and confused. She hits my phone in a hurry whenever she hears something new. Lord, help her find something to do. My 8-year-old is up to 4 a.m. This mess has got to end. What you gonna do when Hogan runs down on you with a 8 p.m. curfew? Get all the essentials. I write with pens, not with pencils, so it can't be erased. I learn from my mistakes. Tired of containment, I go from my bedroom to my basement, spending time in every room. What else is there to do? Barbershops closed, hair salons too. And my lady trying to line up my hair, just stop it. And she looks like she stuck her finger in a socket, hairdo's whack, gotta put on a hat. If my kids ask me for another snack, I think I may snack. If I hear the word unsub one more time, my wife, she got to chill with this Criminal Minds episode after episode, how many series they got. I'm going to unplug this fire stick and cut off this Wi-Fi. It's quarantine. There's another poetry book that I often read too. This is called Beyond the Frontier, African American Poetry for the 21st Century. Some good stuff in this one too. Like this one, this is from a poet called Sam Cornish. Sam Cornish. I do not own the rights to this. Sam Cornish. This is called Work to Be Done. On the land we made what city Negroes buy to. On the land we made what city Negroes buy no use going to Detroit, the promised land my father slaughtered, hogs worth more than dollar bills. My father worked till he can't work no more. This ain't starvation. Farm working long days. I hated that man, his ornery ways. But there was no time for Southern blues. There was a rising sun and work to be done. Sam Cornish, work to be done. It's amazing that some of these poets come from a time where they wasn't even supposed to be reading or writing. I mean, it's absolutely amazing the things that you can do when you really put your mind to it. You got to be strong though, because whatever you do, hopefully you're passionate about whatever you do. If you get up and go to work every day, hopefully you're passionate about what you do at your job. A lot of times we're not, and it is what it is. That's life, you know. We all got bills, we got people we gotta take care of, and you gotta take care of yourself, things of that nature, you know. You got living expenses. But if you're blessed to be able to do something that you're passionate about, you're very lucky and blessed. But with that comes a lot. You got to be strong. You have to endure a lot of shit. There's going to be a lot of things thrown at you to make you try to make you give up what you're doing. You know, you're going to get a lot of doors that are closed. But if you stick with it long enough, you're going to see doors open up, windows open up. You know what they say, pour out a blessing. You got to stick to what you believe in. You have to believe in yourself. If you're doing anything, if you're investing in you, then you need to believe in you. Listen to yourself. Believe in yourself. Don't listen to the bullshit around you. I'm telling you, a lot of times the people that are sitting on the front steps just telling you what you should be doing. Don't let that get you down. Now my wife calling me. I am almost done. Speaking of my lovely wife, Shalonda Hansboro, you want to follow her on Instagram and Facebook. She did a wonderful show with Andre Dowdy Jr. Shout out to my brother Andre. They did a wonderful job. That brother can really sing. I love his voice. I'm sure they'll be doing something soon. I don't know what date. I don't want to throw anything out yet, but I'm sure they're definitely doing another. You know, it was a nice little, I guess you could call it a mini Sonic concert or whatever. But you want to follow her on social media to know when she's doing any shows. We got some things that she's going to be doing in 2022. And she's also in school right now. She also does hair. She's in school. So her single Unusual Favor, which started this whole journey, is still available on Amazon, or you can contact us and we can send it to you. Or you can go, I think she still has it on, not DistroKid, what is it, TuneCore, I believe. You can download it. I'm sure it's on YouTube. and any of the other sites. Also get any of my music on all of the musical social sites. You can get any of my music. I have a LP with 8 tracks on it called In the Beginning. That's something that I did back in 2017. Shout out to my brother Donnie Durango at Four Wheeler Entertainment, I believe he is. Shout out to Donnie Durango. You want to check him out too. And then I also have I have a couple other singles, Flatline and Baltimore. Flatline and Baltimore were done by Maurice Curl. Shout out to Maurice Curl, Stinky Face Productions. You can get those songs on any of the musical sites. And you can also get my latest one that is called It's Wrong. It's Wrong. Shout out to Hollow Tip Tory, my man Tory Hart on the track with that. It's Wrong. You can get that on any of the social media sites. Shout out to Jessica Lopez too for doing all of my artwork for all of my musical albums and album covers. Appreciate you, sis. You're absolutely wonderful. Next week, November 3rd, I have the wonderful couple, the guys, Mr. and Mrs. Desmond Guy. Shout out to them. I'll have my Sunday, October 31st. Come on out to Poets for Dinner. Poets for Dinner, October 31st. I'm telling you right now, y'all know it's Halloween. And if you know Grace, who is the founder of Poets for Dinner, you know it's going to be a good time on Halloween at her open mic. I believe you can wear costumes. There's going to be all types of prizes and raffles and things going on. A lot of vendors are going to be there. So you want to check that out. Poets for Dinner. Go on her website or go on any of her social media sites and check out Poets for Dinner. You want to be there Sunday, I'll be there. Me and my wife will definitely be there. And I'm wearing a costume. I ain't gonna tell everybody what it is yet, but I'm gonna be in the house. I love going to her events. It's such a wonderful vibe, man. It really is. Shout out to Grace Givens, a wonderful sister. Love you, sis. You always helping people and feeding people. I mean, it's you talk about give somebody that flowers where they here. She definitely deserves her flowers. Absolutely. I want to thank you all for tuning in tonight. I have a couple poets that'll be coming up in November that I've been networking with on Clubhouse. Check me out on Clubhouse as well. I do a couple of rooms on Clubhouse. It's always under Spitfire Poetry Shutdown. But if you go on Clubhouse or you know somebody that's on Clubhouse, tell them to send you the link. That's a good way to network and get with a lot of people all over the globe, man. It's awesome. I love Clubhouse. There's a lot of wonderful poets on there that I meet in a lot of different rooms. And like I said, I also have my own room, Spitfire Poetry Shutdown. A lot of times I may do stuff early in the morning, you know. And I also will share it on Facebook to let anybody know if they want to get down and get on. But it's some serious poets out there, man. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. So you want to follow me on Clubhouse, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, John Hansboro, or Spitfire Poetry Shutdown, or Usual Favor. Check us out on any one of those pages. Also follow my wife, Shalonda Hansboro, on Facebook and on Instagram. She is S. Hansboro. I'm going to check her out. Y'all be safe out here. It's a lot going on. Be safe. Be vigilant. Keep your eyes open, man. You know? Look out for each other. Talk to these children, man, too. You know, they going through a lot. I can't imagine going through a pandemic when I was a kid. So, you know, talk to your loved ones, see how they doing, check up on them, make sure they all right. You know. Shout out to my brother, Victor Hansboro. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Theo the Juice. Like I said, you want to get any of the t-shirts, Spitfire Poetry Shutdown, Unusual Favor. You can hit me up on Instagram or Facebook. You can email me at johnhansboro, the number 13 at gmail.com. Yeah, so you get with me that way. Also, I'll be at the park still. You can catch me at Lake Montebello early in the morning or Patterson Park. I always post whenever I'm there. Sometimes I just randomly just pop up if I'm on that side if I'm on different sides of town. There's a good area where there's a lot of foot traffic. I like to post up and set up shop. You know what I mean? The book's not gonna sell itself, brother. It's not gonna sell itself. And I take my books with me everywhere I go. I keep at least 5 or 6 with me. You know, like I said, I was having dinner with my family and still trying to sell some books. Somebody come, hey, I like your shirt. Yeah, you know why? Because it's a book that I wrote. Let me tell you about it. So I thank God for the gifts and abilities. I really appreciate you guys, man, who support me. It's a lot of y'all who really love on us and support us, you know, from friends, family, church family, school friends, everybody. Like, I really do appreciate it, man. I really do. This is something I'm passionate about, and I'll be doing it till the day that my wife is burying me. So be safe. Love on each other, as my sister Grace Givens would say. Check her out Sunday. Poets for Dinner. I'm telling you, it's going to be off the hook show that night. Come in your costume and have some good fun, man. Thank you for watching. Thank you for following me. I will see you next week, November 3rd. We had the wonderful Desmond, Mr. and Mrs. Desmond Guy on. Me and my wife will be talking to them, having a wonderful conversation. They do a lot of things together. I'll also be, I don't think, no, I didn't confirm this one yet, so I don't want to mention that one yet. So be safe out here. And like I always say, if you would like to be blessed, you must bless other people. It's very important that you bless somebody else because it comes back to you tenfold. I'm telling you what I know. I'm not just talking. I'm not just saying. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. If you bless somebody else, your blessings keep coming. Keep coming. It'll blow your mind. The blessings that you receive. So I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Thank you for following. Be safe. Always follow us on What Up Baltimore Online Radio. Brought to you by Lady J Media. Everyone out there, be safe, be vigilant. Peace.